Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. I apologize. Anyway, it's November 16th. It's getting late here. I mean, considering holidays and times, shopping days and everything like that, you got to really evaluate where you're sitting on the year, how you want to close it out, or, come up with a plan. Because as I said, this is a business that we get, at least I go by yearly. I don't know what everybody else does, but quarterly is what the clients have, but yearly is what I really mean. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So it's getting late. So let's sign into TradeGATEHub from TradeView Markets. Just to say something, this is how I sign in. Just to give you an example, that TradeGATEHub tab was only one tab on the TradeView Market site, and you could see all the other the amenities, if you will, that we have going from stocks, news, crypto. So, and that's only one tab. So poke around on the TradeView Market site. I really can't think of a site that I've seen better. We're open to suggestions, but you're going to be wasting your time. So poke around a little bit. And the best thing about TradeView Markets, it has basically zero turnover. I've been here since day one. And you know what I mean? It's a family type of issue. And it was an international firm with people all around the world. So, it's an exciting place to work. You know what I mean? Like I said, back when I came here, 11 years ago, I'm not saying that I could have went wherever I wanted. Certainly I had my pick. So this is my choice and I'm happy I made it. I don't see it's changing anytime soon. Okay. Monday is the most important amount of data that I put out. This being Wednesday, a little bit later. I apologize if I'm on the late side, but here is where you have to go to see what Coach and I in the videos do. Here's we are. Past live streams. Bravo to the team. Already posted, Coach's video at 9:30 and was posted. 64 views already. Bravo, Coach. So go back here and go through my video on Monday. And I say that because trading is not, unless you want to be a trader, and believe me, we have those tools for you to have that, to just, maybe even dissect the day into two, or to, just trade empirical in the morning and not even care about a PPI, a CPI, a DDI, or an earnings, or whatever it may be. And that's fine. And, but, I have no problem with that. And that's exactly what this page is for, our stock page, because this is all you need to know with top US losers, sorted out by percentage. You're interested in a chart, BWAY at the low. So that's how easy it is to find the winners and losers. So poke around the site if you're not. And if you are, please continue using it. Once again, we're open to suggestions. I help build it myself. You want to go to the indices and look what they're doing? It's a one-stop shop. Boom. They're holding indices. They're the indice charts, past performance. Great job, guys. You want to know commodity? How about Forex? I mean, that's the foundation of majority of the firm. It all is right here. Brilliant. The guys do a great job, man. Winners and losers, all you need. So if you're the active trader, personally, what I do for my day trading, if you want to call it that, good volume, good range, and good price action, meaning if the futures pull back a certain amount of handles, that stock, if it should have pulled back, did not, that's having good price action relative to the market. So let's go back to the trading room. Hold on a second. You share. What's that thing? Get out of it. Okay. All right. Let me go back to this. The plan for today. And the plan for today should have been derived by the beginning of the week. Okay. Parted. Always by sided. By the way, thanks everybody, including Gold, Gerard, for posting overnight and making it a lot easier for me to know, A, what you're posting and what you think is relevant to the room, and be making my job easier for the fact that I don't have to repost it or waste my time as well. It's not really a waste of time. It's just all that I like to do with TradeGATEHub is build quality over quantity. All right. So thanks again for posting. Tactical sentiment. All right. As we know, and this could go back, sentiment can be bought and oversold for a long time. But as the VIXs come in to the 24, 25 level, from 32 to, bopping around that 32 to 28 level, it's back to stock picking. You know what I mean? Commodity flows, like I said, Tim, the CEO, related to Coach and I, that he wanted that everybody, and believe me, trust me, that we don't waste time in TradeView, is that data is more important, more data that we want to put out there. As I'm trying to adjust my my lucky horseshoe here. All right. So I always put out data that's non-biased because day to day, I don't know what I'm not, everybody should know that I'm not really a guy that tries to time the markets. I don't try to do it. You very rarely see spies in my account or Qs. If I do, it's only for some sort of intermittent trade at best. And I'm not apologizing for it. Some people just trade the Qs. It's just not my greatest thing. But I do post research, on research that's relevant, and I have a lot of research in front of me, and I try to compile what I think is very relative with an unbiased opinion based upon what's going on, either the markets that day or throughout the week, or what's relevant at that time. So city commodity flow is important. Goldman Sachs equities color on the desk. So I'm giving you the Goldman Sachs printout here. It's a big thing here. So read it, get to know it. If it's too difficult reading, process it and learn it. I mean, if you first started swimming and you thought swimming a mile was difficult, it started by swimming an eighth of a mile, quarter of a mile, half a mile. So keep reading it and sink in. If you have any questions, obviously ask me. Upgrades and downgrades, you'll always give you. Economic counter, AMD, I was shorted overnight, predicated upon that. Nevada's out tonight too, so be careful. Next big trade. TAN looks so, what TF? I'll tell you what, it's what the FUF. That's what it is. What TF? That means, why isn't it doing what I'm acting to do? Gerard. Yeah, that means what the FUCK. If my nephew wasn't listening, then I'd probably say the F word, because believe me, I let it freaking rip. All right, so I digress. Where's LUV now, by the way? 37.95. Now this is what, you know what? I wasn't down in it. I was up in it. I wanted to take a profit. Now it looks like it's going to break the 8 days. It's breaking low on the day. That's where I covered it right here. They were all the red thinking freaking things. So I covered most of LUV at 38.09. The low of the day was 37.90. You know what I mean? It's I liked it. You know, I probably should have put a stop in it, like wherever my price was. Once it breaks, it's probably going to break that gap, 38.20, whatever. LUV, that's what I said. I was pissed because of LUV. It wasn't going down when it should have. And just like I said this morning, when a stock's not doing what you think it should, I'm not talking about some sort of 15 to 30 minute day trader time frame. It's just that I thought the crude was going the opposite way, and the rest of the airlines were actually weaker than LUV. So that's why I took it off. Whatever, you know what I mean? Next, as Coach would say, it was kind of like a wimp trade anyway, because I was scrambling for a couple of shorts. But what are you gonna do? All right. Okay. Next, the fear and greed index. You know what? Instead of buying the fear to zero, maybe you want to short the bounce. Let's look at coin. Let's look. Well, hold on a second. There we go, right there. And stage. So let's look at coin. Let's look at SI, which at one point was my best pick of the year. Staten Island. Look at this thing. This was considered a blue chip crypto, for lack of a better term. It really was. It really was. This SI was a good stock for a long time, and it was legit. A lot of people followed JP Morgan. This was not, I mean, it traded. It's good volume too. So that's over. Bitcoin. Let's look at this. Kathy continues to buy it. So let's look at coin. Obviously, one day you're going to wake up and see this thing at 35 or 30. I'm telling you, 30. What is a catalyst at this time to make it go back to even? Besides Kathy, the only catalyst that would make this go up is that Kathy started selling it. Because you know what? And if you know anything about Kathy, she was selling out SC at the low. Nice trade at 42. Yesterday, the high was 65, left 20 on the table. And I never bash Kathy, ever. That's a bad trade. But I only bring it up because the thing that would kept coin from going any lower would be if Kathy took a position or sold it. But this coin, you know what I mean? One day you're going to wake up and it's not going to, it's, if SI can do this and it's a better company, if you will, then same thing with coin. Whatever. Next to trade. I'm not in it. I should be in it. My mentors are in it. Okay, Lowe's reported. So it was Lowe's against Target today. So so this will give you a little indication about retail. Lowe's right at the double top, by the way. This acted great after earnings as opposed to Home Depot, which went the other way. So now they chose. So they'll give you an example. Home Depot had earnings and held that 200-day and actually looks very good now. And Lowe's had earnings too. So Lowe's good earnings were better than Home Depot's bad earnings, as evidenced by the price. You could say if they wanted to take Home Depot, they would have blasted Home Depot down, especially even today with stocks like Etsy down, which I covered short. Great short I covered on Etsy, by the way. I was shorted overnight. Short Wayfair overnight too. And I was shorted overnight and I covered it because it was a contra trade. I left a little on the table because yesterday was 44. And I shouldn't do that because it's not where the stock has been, it's where it's going. But I was uncomfortable. I tried to take advantage of the squeeze of the shorts being all out of a Wayfair, just like you did for like a Shopify or any of these other stocks like an Asan, any of the squeeze stocks, Chewy, Carvana, Chewy yesterday. I had that short too. All these stocks I thought would run out of steam. But let me get back to what I was saying. If they can take SI to this level, then I don't know what's holding coin up here. You know what I mean? I mean, the real man would short it. That's what I'm saying. Even here. The RSI is even 38. Okay. You don't want the trade's not over either. You know what I mean? But it's the way I do it. All right. Good point by the Rev. Is Walmart management that much better than Target? And why? It's just the same thing about Lowe's and Home Depot as I actually think about it now. Here's the chart on Walmart. Nice. Great recovery. Even after yesterday, they could have taken it down when Target reported that this morning. So there's your answer. It doesn't really matter. Although Target is on the high of the day and everybody was buying this BJ, this is another one you should be buying, BJ wholesalers. Matter of fact, BJ wholesalers buying in the fund as we speak. You know what that sound is? Buy some BJ here. Excuse me at your discretion. But if I was handling money for you, you'd be happy I'm getting into the trade instead of making a point. BJ, watch it go by on the tape. If you have your quotes, BJ we'll buy 2,000 BJ. Giddy up. Next. I digress. Okay, BJ's one I like here. That's acting well. Dollar General, what they do with that one? Right near the high Dollar General. If they wanted to blast these stocks today because of Target, they could have. They say Target is just somebody. It's like Disney. You know what? Disney Kramer was calling for the CEO of Disney to be fired. Same thing with Target. They could have every chance today to say Walmart's numbers was an anomaly, but they took up Walmart. They took up Dollar General. I'm sure they took up Costco. I didn't even have to look. Hold on. Where's Costco? COST. Costco, same thing. And I'm buying BJ's. How could you not buy BJ's? I'm short this thing. I'd be nervous. Go to a weekly, the ultimate compliment when you want to look at it long. So I'm going to be right there until I'm wrong. So BJ, I'm buying it. Actually, I did buy it. Let's go back here. Boom, Mike V. Okay, getting back to the routine. I should have finished the routine first. Goldman Sachs color. This is very important. Lewis, good plan. Right or wrong? Good plan. TAN solar stocks moved already in stage 2. Get to know this guy. Great trader. Like I said, don't be dismayed by the cheesy, no offense, next big trade. I just don't like next big trades look desperate. I mean, it's like your next Hail Mary pass, but he's a very good trader. Followed by a lot of all my crew. So get to know him, and he's good on stage analysis. So stage analysis drives coaches better with this. Like I said, I leave the vernacular to the professionals. I'm more of a visual and a reactor. So get to know the next big trade. Good guy. Okay. Oh, Jesus. TradeGATEHub. XCF rolling over. It is rolling over. And you called that out one, too. Nice outs yesterday. I'm going to go over trades. Thanks, Coach. Great. You know what? You want to hear Coach call Coach? He's the reason why I sold AGQ. So it's actually up today. Should I strangle you now or later, Coach? No, I'm only kidding. Coach is also the reason why I sold Nugget. That was a good call yesterday. And if you want to see what really happened, well, not really happened, like there's a dichotomy of what actually happened, go right here. Go to Coach's video yesterday, which was yesterday, Tuesday. Coach and I do a video Tuesdays and Thursdays. So Tune in tomorrow at Thursday. But if you want to hear what we talked about, Coach told me the FCX. It was a nice trade. It was an easy trade. And that's why it propelled me to buy more Alcoa. Let me tell you something about it. Is Alcoa at the high? Look at my trades on Alcoa here. I came short in Alcoa because it was under the 200-day. I thought the commodity, for the same reason that Coach, it was a commodity play, if you will. So you have to understand something. Sometimes with these algos or something, you have to throw out Hail Mary fills. And I'll tell you where my Hail Mary fills got thrown out. Actually, red, as you know, is a short or sell. Blue is a B is a buy. So I bought Alcoa this morning. By the way, look at how many I bought. It should say it. How many did I buy? I bought I bought a lot of Alcoa here. So I covered Alcoa at 46.59, 46.67, and the majority at 47.50. And it closed at 49. So 40. So I took like sometimes I took $2. I threw these, I actually got filled on these. And now it's 48.50. Fine. And what else did I do that on today? Wayfair. Wayfair was the opposite. I came in short Wayfair. I started covering it, like I said, because it was 44 yesterday. Covered the majority at 39. Did it go to 38? Yeah. But you know what? It's a contra trade. It started to act well. It's above the moving averages. Believe me, if the moving averages for me is red, white, and blue, red being the 8-day, white being the 20-day, blue being the all-important 200-day, and green, the money one, always the 200-day. If you can't, it's on my top, my legend, if you will, there. So if you want to, getting back to my original point, you want to see what FCX said and Coach said about FCX, go back to the video. If not, I can applaud him, and we'll go back and finish the routine. This is important. Follow this guy, Bespoke. Pardon, I'm really trying to speak a little bit fast because I'm trying to fit so much. As my dad says, I'm trying to fit like 3 pounds of bologna in a 5-pound bag. I don't know why he used the term bologna instead of like pepperoni or maybe even soprassato or mortadella, but he said bologna. 80% of the S&P stocks are now above the 50 days. So the 50-day, and I learned this throughout time. If you can backtest this, please do, because then you'll believe it and trade upon it. The 50-day for intermediate to short-term trading is usually, actually intermediate, is usually the line in the sand for stocks. And that's very bullish, by the way. Okay, morning rundown via the Goldman desk. Not that hard. Unwind continues. Desk activity. The desk was 9% to the buy. So they really weren't buying. Software, they're buying software. With that high verbatim shorts, and so read it, get to know the vernacular. I'm telling you, it will sink in. You just didn't, look at Latin. Yeah, you did say that. You did say that. I didn't like the term. I'm like, can't you think of a cooler term than putting and a way for him to say he was don't overwhelmed is don't try to put everything in once. I said, you got to use bologna. It's like it's a cheap meat even. All right. Alcoa short. Okay. Gerard. Nice short Caterpillar, Lewis. Really getting the picture. I don't know what turned the corner with you, man, but I'm actually starting to listen to you. And that is a compliment. Gerard, great call to put ratio. Gerard loves sentiment based upon extreme sentiment. And I hope you're getting to use it and learn your own style, G. I actually think you are. Good plan. Lucid, I'm buying it. I'm down in it. Maybe short Zim. And why did I short Zim? Very simple. 50-day moving average went a little bit higher, 28.15. The high was 28.80. The moving average was 28.15. Once it broke below that open at 27.90, you made a nice trade in Zim. It's a stock that I was buying, but it's just in the right sector right now. So even if it did go back to 50-day, if you look top right, the 50-day was 20.96. So if it went back below 20.96, was basically the open. If you see here, you short it below the open. I mean, it did rip, and I missed it, but it was a good one to do. Trust me, that was a good trade on a stock with news, price action, and proper rotation. And if you don't know what Zim does, go here. Hold on, where is it? Zim, you always want to know something is, go to this thing, bar chart. It'll tell you right here. Go to ZIM, enter. Go to profile the company. Know what it does. For those a little bit on the where's the freaking profile? Come on, guy. Close. I have too many windows open. Maybe. Zimmer Shipping. Zim is a provider, container shipping. along with, so they do cargo. They go to the big containers, or right off the bat, you should know about SP, or you can just go to competitors. That'll tell you who else is in the group. And this will tell you all the stocks that transportation and ship, or even specifically deep sea foreign containers. So here goes everybody with Zim. Who's up today? Zim should be the first one up. So Zim goes up. So these are all the people in the group. Earn, like I said, Fro, ESAA, Tops. So these are all the people in the group with Zim. Do you want to be a group trader? All right, getting back here. Short run, nice short on run. Lewis actually worked out, I believe. Good question. PAC dips, stay under the moving averages. Alcoa, AA was a nice trade, as I said in the morning. That was a couple hours ago. Maybe short Zim, it worked out. I covered LUV too early. That's why I said with the F, I am still short Moss. I hope it's down from where I shorted it. Matter of fact, I don't have to look at it because I know it's eventually going to go down. Why? Let's look at CF first on the chart. I believe this Moss is going to go through with the rotation. He's CF on the chart, the leader. Now that broke the 50-day, testing it. Where's Moss? Well under now. Oh, that's a great short. If that gets below that gap here, I like this. What is that right there? 49.50. I'll add to it. Where is it now? Moss, as you can see, I'm shorting it. Short here, the bar, short here. So I'm short around 50, 58, 50, 50, 64. The low is 50, 35. It's 50, 32. I go to the weekly. I'm not really worried about it. I'd like to see on the weekly break the 50-day, which is that blue number. The 50-day on Moss just happens to be the 50 strike price. So I don't really like that Moss has the 50 strike price now. It's probably going to hang around there for a couple of days before it really does the damage. So I don't really like buying stocks around the 50, the whole numbers. You know what I mean? Because they have a tendency of sitting there. But from a weekly standpoint, if it does break that 50-day of 50.80, a daily is the same thing. It breaks 50.80, the gap's 49.60. I like Moss. It's not going to hurt me. I don't think it's, a matter of fact, I know it's not going to hurt me unless there's major geopolitical news, with the war. So what if I put a stop in? I'm not even putting a stop in. I don't have maybe 4,000 shares or something. So next, I am short Moss. Broke down short oils now, market holding. Great short. Copper still is heavy. Copper still is heavy. What's Coach looking at with a heavy copper? Let's look at SCCO. Copper on the daily. There's SCCO. Let's look at FCX. Let's look at that BTU. Everybody's making all those calls. And see this BTU? A lot of calls going off on BTU, man. I'm telling you. There's probably the top 10 supply of calls that I've seen collectively go off in this BTU. As a matter of fact, you know what we're doing? We're buying some BTU on a live stream. BTU. We practice what we preach here. BTU. Giddy up. BTU. As a matter of fact, I want to buy something else. Bear with me. I was a little late getting on here. What else did I want to buy? Buy some Shopify. Okay, we're good. All right, BTU, you got to like it. And why? Well, Lewis is, let's go. There's a rally going on. Lewis is cheering. FAS at the moment. Gerard, great question. Guys are really asking the right questions at the right time. Okay, I'm going to answer both of them. FAS. Listen, FAS now is in the driver's seat. First of all, it's a triple ETF, so the moves are exacerbated. So if the market is really weak, it's probably going to be a lot weaker than the market. It's a good indication to see if those triple ETFs are good indicators of more option flow than traders. FAS is now below the 200-day, much like I want to see it go below the 8-day. There's a gap there. You got it going in the right direction. Goldman, the big daddy. All right, now this is what I was thinking about at Goldman this morning. That's what Goldman is doing, and that's a frozen rope. Now, why did I choose Citibank? Because Citibank, from what I believe, is the most international out of Goldman, Bank of America, JP Morgan. Citibank has is more international. Citi. Why did I pick it? Obviously, because it's below the 200-day moving average. I would like it to go below, the 8-day, which is the short term. Trust me. And even if you go to the majority of charts or people that I follow, even this one right here, the coaches use the 9-day. So it breaks. You get the picture, 8 or 9-day. You know what I mean? It's like the flux capacitor. It's really good at it. So I like City. It's not a barn burner. It's a safe trade. I played more rotation. Fast, I would take fast. I would take some more. I would take some off. I would take some fast off here. Now let's look why. Hold on. Let's look at the 4-minute chart. We'll stretch it a little bit. You certainly got to go in the right direction because it's like that head and shoulders top. You know, you would like it ideally to break this, the low of 80.20, but I wouldn't fault you if you took some off here. I mean, the stock did come from 86. Remember, it's not where it came from, it's where it's going. But the triple ATF thing scares me. You know what I mean? They also take a lot of leverage. Will short fast in the next 30 minutes. Why the 30 minutes, Lewis? No, I'm serious. Why? No, I'm not questioning you. Like, why 30 minutes, Lewis? Like, why did you pick the time frame 30 minutes? And as you can answer me, I'm going to go back to one thing right here. I looked at the Twitter feed, and sometime the youngest eyes can be healthy eyes. I've been following this kid, Ten Yang. I kid you, gentlemen, and he's been very good, excellent, by the way. And he's followed by a lot of sharp dudes, and they comment with him too. And he said something about Goldman. I was watching Sava. Goldman, these frozen rope, and it's not like him to say something about a contra trade because he is pure fundamental. That makes Gerard look like a lunatic. These frozen rope ascending runs usually never end, so he's watching Goldman for potential short. I wouldn't say that's not his type of thing to short it. And I'm going to go back to Goldman in a second because it's probably going to be. I hope he doesn't start making these type of trades. This is the hard money. But there he says about Goldman, and that leads me to fast. And if Goldman starts going, then then that's going to be a good one. But I certainly wouldn't mind you taking some fast off your City for the same reason. It's not a barn burner. It's going the right direction. It's almost like my Moss trade. I don't think it's going to hurt you. Matter of fact, it's going to go your way outside of geopolitical news because I think the rotation's proper. So leave a stop in it and let it go. That's what I think about that. Any other questions? Good question. You're asking the right questions. Because you know what? We've been speaking about these banks for the past couple of days. It's not like you asked an obscure question, which I don't mind an obscure question, but I'm trying to get a rhythm going. Banks will earn fewer because of treasury inversion. I'm going because of the price action, but I do know from a macro level that I understand why you're saying that. Lucid bullish. This is why I'm buying Lucid. I can't tell you how many Lucid bullish things have gone by. I'm down in the stock. Lucid bullish, December. Lucid bullish, December. What else is the daddy doing? More Lucid. So the last 3 trades from here, 2 minutes, are Lucid bullish, December. And I am long it. And I'll show you where I'm long, and I'm down in it. And I don't know if I'm going to add to it. It's going down here, this bitch. Lucid. Look at me buying Lucid. I'm transparent. I think I have like 8,000 shares. So I started buying Lucid. There's my buy right here. 1207, buying more Lucid, 1176, buying 1156. My last buy was here, 1141. It looked 1144. My average price is what? Right here. 1206. It can't be 1206. What's my average price? Hold on. Settings. Show position info. Here's my position info. I'm long 8,000 from 1206. How can that be when my first purchase was 1206? Well, I think I had it overnight. All right, so I got 8 from 1206. So I'm down a half on 8. But I'm not really that dismayed because of this. I got to have faith in the option flow. I'm not going to add to it, but Lucid bullish, Rorblex bearish, TCOM, Beat Ring bullish, AGN, UNG bearish, NTNX bullish, Coin bearish, Lucid bullish. 43 minutes ago, this is where I started buying. This guy's going December. Doesn't mean it's going to go up. It's my combination. As per my video today, I want to buy stocks on weakness that they're throwing good option flow into. I'd like to see them go into some Apple or Microsoft or something, but all we got here is Coin bearish. I don't get you. Lucid 52. So Lucid, listen, this feed I follow a lot. You guys know. All right. And as for the past, however, half an hour, Lucid, TCOM, Lucid just firing away. NTNX got taken over, which, by the way, shows me that over the past hour, 53 minutes, if the only thing here is coming up is Coin and Lucid, the market's weak because nobody's doing anything the past hour. Lucid still. Heavy first action volume, uranium. Is that one? URNM? Heavy uranium? Spot uranium miner, coach. Heavy action, uranium, the miner. Here's the chart on the uranium miner. Coach and I talked about this yesterday. Where's URA? I'm going overboard. You want to sign off, sign off. But whatever. Uranium hanging in there. Where's the CCJ, which I highlighted? CCJ, a time to take a position if you'd like. New share. I'll leave it off here. There's always another trade. Things going. So let's go trading room. Mike, where do you see the offers? What offers? Can you expand, Gerard? Or upside coming? That means solar. Correct, Lewis. Where's our ARRY? And where's ENPH? It doesn't matter. We'll look at ENPH first. That's the best of breed. We'll tell the story. Look at this thing. You're short ENPH, you're in trouble. If you're long it, you're looking good. Let's look at the other one. Let's look at SEDG. Nice. Might add to that. Fizzler, year highs. How you doing? Where's run? By the way, Lewis, good short on the run. That was down. The only one down this morning. That was hard money, but it was down this morning. Where's Array? Fun holding. Oh, look at Array. You know what we do? Are we live here? Array? Still live? Anybody that's on? Adding to Array here. Lewis, you know that sound. You know what that means. Buying more Array. ARRY. We're in it. Hold on. Buy. New order. Buy more Array. Boom. We're in. More Array. Shareholder. All right. So I'll leave it there, guys. All right. So I said it's Wednesday afternoon. Or Wednesday morning. It feels like an afternoon. I've been up since 4. Nevada's coming in. Let's look at the earnings list. Forget about what's going on now, because everybody should have their plan. Been writing down what stocks have been acting well. What stocks have been acting well, and what stocks have range, good price action, and volume. It's all that should matter today. No macro views. Who cares? It's lunchtime trading anyway. Let everything calm down. What has earnings today? Let's finish with that one, because this is how we really build our plan. The real money's made by building the longer term plan and executing properly. So who do we have for earnings? Boop, 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 upgrades, downgrades. My boy here. Make sure I'm sharing the right screen. I'm going overboard, but I'm telling you, I could talk for hours. Earnings after. BBWY, the old Bath and Body Works. Get to know it. I buy there. I'll be a buyer. Christmas season. Cisco GLBE. Look at the GLBE. Where's that one? Lewis, let me know. GLB has earnings, a mover. HP, oil mover. SQM, the Chilean battery mover. SBLK, a shipper. So Nevada, doesn't matter. Everything matters to Nevada, because that's what BJ has earnings before the moment. Oh, look at this. I didn't even know that. BJ, I just took a position on air. So Baba, BJ, who do I care about? Oh, retailers. DSX, Kohl's and Macy's, and Children's Place. It's a retailer action. Children's Place. NetEase, the Chinese one. Look at the NWB. Oh, some sexy ones here, including you, Lewis. Baba, what's the plan? What's the plan? What's the plan on Baba? What's the plan here? Oh, that's a buy and a dip. Doesn't that look good? FUTU is the only one you should be looking at on a dip. FUTU and PDD are the two Chinese stocks that are the best to breed out. They're acting the best as we speak. Anybody care to argue? They're above the moving averages. Anybody care to JD? Wow, what a move. JD acting well. So it's really FUTU and PDD. China-wise, KWEB. Any other questions? Because of U.S. lunchtime. U.S. lunchtime is, and that's an antiquated notion, because lunchtime means, yeah, that's right, Lewis. Everybody, listen, everybody goes to lunch. They go to the gym. They're artificial move. There's thin type of trading. And it, to a degree, it is true. It's like a time when people force trades. And the cliche is, if you're really sitting here at lunchtime like this, looking at trades, then probably in a lot of losers. You know what I mean? So I'll leave it at that. Have a plan, trade well, be careful. Earnings, which I will post right now. Opinions welcome, comments welcome. Criticism always welcome. You know what I mean? You don't get, we got thick skin here. So have a plan, trade well, see you after lunch. Thanks.